Okay. Everybody come with me. I know exactly where we can go.
At Countryside, we have everything you need. Grab home essentials at A.L. Thompson. Convenient banking at Cayman National. Delicious slices from Pizza Hut. Always made fresh sandwiches at Subway. And find the best prices on island at Foster's Food Fair, IGA. Countryside. Everything you need and more.
Imagine you have Hollywood at your command. Introducing Flow Evil.
Cheese, gold rings, all black, everything creeping through the night.
Anywhere you are,
Big girls don't scream hard like Halloween, make me feel
there's a
alive.
world of entertainment here, and you run the show. Flow Evil.
I'm John Barry, and this is Songs and Stories. I believe in every song there's a story waiting to be told, and in every story there's a song waiting to be sung. Each week I'll have a friend stop by who will share great songs and personal stories in a unique setting that have been part of their life and career. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Watch as some of the world's most talented people put their skills to the test as they attempt to make their mark in the record books. You'll witness some of the craziest, scariest, most bizarre stunts people will do, all in the name of stardom. It's the ultimate Guinness World Records, and it's right here on Cayman 27. Capture all the action.
Heat resistant, scratch resistant, stain resistant, functional and durable. Paramount Carpets brings you the beauty of granite like no one else. Choose from a large selection of quality granite from Italy and Brazil. Paramount Carpets guarantees on-time delivery and professional installation. Granite, from the earth to your home.
We do a whole lot more than just cover your floor at Paramount Carpets.
If it matters to you, it matters to us. We're Cayman 27, Cayman Informed.
Coming up next, Cayman National Bank and a promise from Republic Bank Trinidad that it'll look the same after the acquisition.
Cayman's opposition leader calls for transparency after the governor is permanently removed from his post.
And police hunt 2 men after an armed robbery on Mount Pleasant Road.
We have your update from the Cayman Islands Dart Association Premier League, plus the return of the top 5 plays of the week, and exclusive coverage from the UFC 229 press conference.
And it's Friday. Right now, we got some showers in the Camana Bay area and other parts of Grand Cayman and the Sister Islands. I'll tell you all you need to know for your weekend weather madness coming up.
Cayman 27 News is coming up next.
Imagine you have Hollywood at your command. Introducing Flow Evil.
Cheese, gold rings, all black, everything creeping through the night.
Anywhere you are,
Big girls don't scream hard like Halloween, make me feel
there's a
alive.
world of entertainment here, and you run the show. Flow Evil.
Let Elite Marble and Granite bring the charm of Italy to your home. Made from only the best materials. Santa Margherita Quartz is handcrafted at a state-of-the-art facility located in Italy and then journeys across the ocean to Elite Marble and Granite, who is the exclusive distributor in the Caribbean. Elegant and resistant, Santa Margherita Quartz products offer a large choice of colors, textures, and exclusive finishes. Call 945-9028 or visit us online at elite.ky. Elite Marble and Granite, where perfection costs less.
Some say the time of miracles is past, but we see miracles all around us, every day. Some could not walk. Some could not breathe. Some had lost all hope. But something amazing happened, something that can't be analyzed or quantified. Something that is more than good medicine. Holy Cross.
You're watching Cayman 27 News, Cayman Informed. Brought to you by Foster's Food Fair. At Foster's Food Fair, we care. Flow.
Good evening, I'm Kafara Augustin.
And I'm Kevin Morales. Thank you for tuning in. Assurances today from Cayman National Corporation that there will be little change to the local bank's look or its staffing. This as Republic Bank Trinidad moves to acquire majority shares in CNB.
Cayman 27's Reshma Raghunath caught up with CNB boss Stuart Dack on the impending acquisition.
It's not a takeover, it's not a merger, and you know, there are benefits, I think, for people in Cayman.
Cayman National Corporation CEO and President Stuart Dack on the possible buyout of majority shares in Cayman's flagship financial group.
The decision as to what happens here in terms of Republic acquiring shares, it rests with the shareholders.
In August, Republic Bank Limited Trinidad, a Barbados-based conglomerate, made an offer to buy at least 51% of the bank's shares. To be successful, Republic Bank needs to purchase more than $100 million worth of shares.
The way that offer is structured is when that offer expires, if sufficient shareholders do not sign up to the offer, it will fall away.
The offer expires October 22nd, but that could be extended.
I've been with this organisation for many years. It's very dear to me. And what I'm trying to do, together with the board of directors, is to make sure that the organisation goes forward in a way that continues the success of the organisation, but also recognises the desires of everybody.
He says Republic Bank has adopted a friendly approach to the process.
We have got commitments from them that the name will stay, that the banks will remain in all three islands. The bank branches will remain, the ATM network will remain, and the way that customers are serviced will remain as it is now.
Dack says the roughly 300 employees in the group would be retained, as would the board. He says all accounts, loans will remain as is. Reshma Raghunath, Cayman 27.
An extraordinary general meeting of CNB shareholders is planned for October 9th at the Marriott Hotel. Opposition leader Ezra Miller is calling for transparency on Anwar Chowdhury's removal as governor. Yesterday, the governor's office formally announced Mr. Chowdhury's removal. It came nearly 4 months after he was recalled to the UK for an investigation into unspecified allegations. No mention was made about the actual investigation.
No findings are reported. He has been removed. And this is the problem I've had all along with this whole episode, is that the people of the Cayman Islands are not being informed properly. And we're treating with total disrespect, and that's intolerable.
Mr. Miller says he intends to write to the Foreign and Commonwealth Office Minister, Lord Tariq Ahmad, on the issue. We reached out to the governor's office for a response to the opposition leader's concerns. We are yet to hear back.
The Cayman Turtles Center confirms one of its employees has been arrested following an investigation by the Anti-Corruption Commission. The arrest was made public yesterday by the ACC, and the commission says 3 men were arrested in relation of allegations of fraud on the government and breach of trust. No details were shared on the arrest.
Today, the managing director told Cayman 27 the arrest is a concern, but also an opportunity for them to learn from past mistakes.
It's very concerning when we discover items such as this. However, it proves that the audit process is robust. It proves that it works. And whenever we have an audit, it is an opportunity to get feedback from the auditors as to how to improve.
Investigations are continuing.
Police are searching for 2 male suspects after an armed robbery on Mount Pleasant Road, that's in West Bay. Police say Wednesday they received a report of a man being pistol whipped and robbed while standing outside of his home. They say 2 men, one who was brandishing a handgun, demanded entry to the man's house. He was struck in the head with the firearm. The suspects then made off with a quantity of cash and personal items. One of the suspects is described as being 5 foot 8 inches tall with brown skin, wearing a dark long sleeved shirt and jeans. The other is described as being about 5 feet 6 inches tall. He was wearing a black t-shirt with jeans. Anyone with information is asked to contact the West Bay Police Station. That number is 949-3999. And Joe Avery going to join us now with a check on our weather.
Hello, Joe.
Most important weather forecast of the week.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
the thunder. What's going on, Joe?
What is happening right now?
What's going on?
Right now,
instead
of going in the future, we're going to give you a nowcast, guys, because it's raining right now in parts of Cayman Bay. Right before the show happened, the skies opened up. You can see right here, we got some drips and drabs through the area right now, scattered showers. One thing I'm watching right here is just about 30, 40 miles south of the Sister Islands right there. You can see that big shower cell moving in there. You can see the oranges and reds down there. That means it's coming down quite heavily in that. And you can see, again, if you compare the size of that storm cell right there to the Sister Islands itself, it's about 30 miles of showers right there. It's just kind of rolling through the neighborhood, though. Will it hit the Sister Islands or Grand Cayman? It's who's to say, but something to carry a umbrella around for if you're doing the happy hour thing tonight. You know, no fun sitting out there getting rained on.
I have my raincoat.
Cool. All right, thank you. Joe will be back in just a little bit with a full weather forecast. Science and technology is changing the world.
And the Education Ministry is in the process of putting together a new 5-year science education strategy to help Caymanian students capitalize on opportunities in STEM careers. Cayman 27's Natalie Briggs has more.
Cayman has earned a position as a global leader in financial services. Now it's moving towards carving a place as a science leader.
We have things like Health City and health tourism that are related to that, and that's a major STEM field for us. But also we have numerous different parks, technology parks, science parks that are being developed, and we need scientists and people with scientific qualifications in order to fill those roles.
Stephen Tabois, STEM specialist with the Ministry of Education, says science jobs in Cayman have increased by 6.1% over the past 5 years.
We're seeing worldwide examples of huge pushes towards STEM education and improving STEM education, because STEM is very economically important for nations worldwide.
He says this is why the ministry is coming up with a new 5-year strategy for science education.
Not only do STEM graduates and STEM professions earn more money, they also have far higher employability.
He says the national plan applies to all schools, but special focus will be placed on government schools.
The types of improvements that we're making in order to facilitate this science strategy are things like the rolling out of primary science text resources for all primary schools, all government primary schools. That include those teachers' support materials as well as student support materials, equipment for primary schools and for secondary schools.
Mr. Tabois says the ministry has set aside a dedicated budget over the next 2 years for implementation of the plan in government schools, but he couldn't share a specific figure. Natalie Briggs, Cayman 27.
The STEM specialist also says there are plans to introduce science-themed literacy material to, quote, stimulate excitement about sciences. To find out about the strategy, visit our website. That's cayman27.ky. And coming up after this break, we're going to stimulate you with some more news. These colorful caterpillars are causing a stir in Cayman. We'll tell you why.
Off-Break kicks off a new social media education campaign.
And one Northside facility offers a lifeline to recovering addicts. More on those stories and others right after this.
somehow it's all gone now. Good things can never last. You are down.
A tropical storm watch has been upgraded to a warning.
Hey, I've been tracking the storm, and it's looking really dangerous.
Yeah.
You're in a new place. Gotta prepare. No, put that down. You need canned goods, not canned
I get it.
soda and
yes,
water.
Sis,
You need plenty
water.
of water.
Here, water. Oh, God. Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to get ready for this.
Is it your first time?
Yes.
Do you need a hurricane buddy?
Please.
All right, come on. I prefer bigger bottles.
Kind of shame it took a hurricane for us to finally hang out.
Yeah, I know, right?
Ace is kind of bad time.
Hey, good news. The hurricane warning's been lifted. I saw online the storm has changed direction.
Oh, so I guess you get to go back to your place now.
Where are you? That's not your apartment.
Please pick the flowers.
Bye, neighbor.
Welcome back. I'm Kafara Augustin. The pseudo-sphinx tetrio, also known as the Rasta caterpillar, because of its bold color pattern, has a voracious appetite. Hordes of these charismatic caterpillars are stripping the frangipani trees bare in some parts of Cayman. But why? Cayman 27's Joe Avery takes that question to the DOE.
The pseudo-sphinx tetrio ambles its way down the stalk of a frangipani tree. Thanks to its bold color pattern, it's earned the nickname the Rasta caterpillar.
You can't miss them, can you?
Department of Environment Terrestrial Resources Unit Manager Fred Burton says its colors send a not-so-subtle message to would-be predators.
It's a warning coloration. The idea is the caterpillars are eating a plant that has toxins. It's the wild jasmine or the frangipani tree, and it's got all these alkaloids in the sap. So the caterpillars eat it, and they're immune to it somehow or other, and they've got some of this poison in their bodies.
Mr. Burton says while its toxins protect it from most birds, the native blue iguana sees this caterpillar as a tasty treat.
They climb up the trees, and they forget they're vegetarians for a day and just sit up there and eat these caterpillars.
Its powerful mandibles are perfect for slicing through its leafy diet, meaning these insatiable caterpillars can strip a tree bare to its branches. But Mr. Burton says it's not as bad for the tree as it appears.
As they do it, the caterpillars are dropping all of the processed leaf in their droppings down right around the root zone, so the plant just recycles all of that, puts it back up, and as soon as it's all over, out come the new leaves.
When its days of gluttony in the trees are behind it, the pseudo-sphinx tetrio begins its pupal stage on the ground in leaf litter, ultimately emerging to take flight as a hawk moth.
Disappointingly, in a way, I guess, the adult hawk moth is brown and grey. It's a big moth, and it's pretty remarkable, but it's not colourful like the caterpillars.
While it will never be a butterfly, this Rasta caterpillar deserves at least some publicity. Joe Avery, Cayman 27.
Now, Mr. Burton says some with sensitive skin may find the Rasta caterpillar slightly irritant if handled. However, he warns strongly against ingesting this caterpillar.
That's good advice right there. Do not eat that caterpillar. Let's take a moment to go over some viewer feedback on our Cayman 27 Twitter page. On our story about Duke Monroe of Offreg breaking down the fine that was levied on Offreg, at Antonio Arch says, so basically almost blowing us all up didn't warrant even a $500,000 fine. All right, Antonio, appreciate that comment. On that same story, but over on our Cayman 27 Facebook page, one person writes, what a joke. Sol must be laughing all the way to the bank to purchase that draft. Plus, we do not have any serious regulations, so they will add it back, and we, the consumers, will pay that fine. I use Rubis, says one person. All right, thank you for those comments. Sticking on our Cayman 27 Facebook page, on a story that the Jamaican government announced a ban on some single-use plastics, one person writes, I'm sure that won't happen in Cayman. Don't forget what DART started with, styrofoam. Another person writes, way to go, Jamaica. Next, Cayman. Another viewer writes, I don't see anything wrong with the Bags Act. It's how we dispose of them that is what's causing the problem. Thank you for those comments. And let's scroll down for another story here. On our story that Anwar Chowdhury, former governor, will not be returning to his post here in Cayman. One person writes, Muslim phobia and ignorance. All right, thank you for those comments. We always appreciate you writing on our social media outlets. We encourage you to go to our Cayman 27 Facebook page, like us, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram. Most importantly, go to our website. That's cayman27.ky. With that, let's look at our top 5 web stories of the last 7 days. Nearly 900 of you checked out our story about CNB potentially being bought out by a foreign bank. On our story that Chowdhury was removed, Anwar Chowdhury was removed as governor. Nearly 900 of you clicked on that one as well. 655 of you checked out our story about cruise passengers voicing their opinions on a potential new cruise berthing facility. That's nearly that same number. Clicked on our story about the Public Works facing a probe, and the story about the FCO and the Premier exchanging jabs. That got 578 views. Again, those are according to Cayman27.ky from last Friday to this Friday. With that, I'm going to send it back to Kafaro.
Thanks, Kevin. Off-Reg's acting CEO Duke Monroe says the regulator has to keep pace and adapt as the industry changes. And to do that, they're launching a social media campaign. Mr. Monroe says safety will always be important when new facilities try to get into the fuel business, and they're going online to reinforce that message.
So we have to keep pace to ensure that we can adopt and not just try to restrict the industry. So in terms of current programs, I know we have on our social media account a lot of safety messages we are sending out there, reinforcement messages.
Now you can check out that campaign using the hashtag CaymanConnected. Orlando Reynolds Martinez, the West Bay man who went missing Tuesday night, has been found.
And police mounted a search for Mr. Martinez after his aunt reported that he had not returned home after going out to fish. Police thank the public for their help in locating Mr. Martinez. We are going to go to our main man, Jordan Armanese, who's going to give us a check.
Preemptive sports team.
It's never too early for sports. That's my opinion.
I know that much.
And don't eat caterpillar, Kev.
I know that. Yeah, it's good advice, right? That's what we do here. We entertain, but we also inform about the important topics here on Cayman27.
So amazing.
Are you okay? Do you want to talk about the Jets?
No.
No, we don't. We're not going to talk about the Jets tonight.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If you want to talk about it, we can.
Yeah. How you feeling?
That was good.
The Jets lose to the Browns.
Excited football fan because I want to see Baker Mayfield there. And in spite of Hugh Jackson, who's a terrible coach, he was on the field due to an injury, and look, he's great. And Hugh Jackson whispered in his ear, "Thank you so much for saving my job." And look, now
and the city of Cleveland rejoices.
Yes,
so.
and local sports rejoices too, because we got the return of the top 5 plays of the week. Plus, like I said, other things. Stick around.
Sometimes having a middleman is not a bad thing, especially when it comes to insurance. Do you know that when it comes to cost, ease, speed, and peace of mind, insurance brokers ranked higher than when customers buy direct? So, for all your insurance needs, call Fidelity Insurance. We're the middleman you want. Call us today at 949-7822. Fidelity. We're good for you.
Imagine you have Hollywood at your command. Introducing Flow Evil.
Ripped jeans, gold rings, all black, everything creeping through the night.
Anywhere you are,
Big girls don't scream hard like Halloween, make me feel
there's a world of entertainment here, and you run the show. Flow Evil.
It's fresh. Fresh from the garden, it's
Welcome
fresh.
to Hurley's bigger, better, fresher produce department. Now there's more of the fresh you crave. More organic fruits and vegetables, and more local produce. Peppers, avocados, eggplant, papaya, and more. And Hurley's expanded selection of pre-cut fruits and veg makes meal prep easier, with everyday favorites cut, sliced, and chopped for your convenience. Make your meals fresh, healthy, and delicious with Hurley's expanded produce department. Hurley's, get fresh with us.
Discount Liquors, your neighborhood liquor store. Family owned and operated since 1984. Visit us and find a variety of special offers and product discounts. Stores located on Shamrock Road, Prospect, Ford Street, Georgetown, Willie Farrington Drive, West Bay, and Pasador Place, Smith Road. Discount Liquors. Why pay more?
Cayman27 Sports is brought to you by Elite Marble and Granite, where perfection costs less.
Welcome back. Happy Friday. We start with some darts. Things are heating up in the Cayman Islands Dart Association Premier League. Round 3 was jam-packed with marquee matchups. Check it out. This week in the Cayman Islands Dart Association Premier League, it's a battle of national teammates atop the tables as two undefeated players, Richard Campbell and Alzon Agnon, went to war.
I know his speed and what he likes to go for, so I kind of know what to expect.
Will Nozola the Great knock off the assassin?
It's a mental thing. He knows that he's playing against Richard, who's the top player right now.
Very even.
In an interesting Week 3 matchup, could the Bull knock off the Destroyer?
I think the match between Eddie and Neville, these two guys always come to play.
Could Cliff Weeks get his first win of the season against Sniper 69, Paul Anglin?
What's the man's tonight?
While the Punisher Earl Smith looked to stay undefeated against Cruise Control Smith, with Hank the Hammer Ebanks facing Rodan Asuzian seeking his first win of the season. Who would come out on top? It's the Cayman Islands Dart Association Premier League, brought to you by Elite Marble and Granite. All right, who would win? Look at that. Top there, Richard Campbell, Alzon Agnon, 5-5 tie. The Bull Eddie Valentine tied Neville Parker 5-5. Paul Anglin defeated Cliff Weeks 5-2. Earl, the Punisher Smith, punishes Cruise Control Smith 6-2. And the Hammer Hank Ebanks takes out Rodan Asunzian. Earl Smith tops the table, followed by Richard Campbell, Alzon Agnon, Paul Anglin, and Hank the Hammer Ebanks. All right, it's Friday. Sports that came in is jam-packed. Lots of contenders, but there can only be 5 plays of the week. We start at number 5, Ed Bush playing field. Vipers over Marines. Handoff goes to Jennifer Choi. She turns the corner, and she's in there for the touchdown. Vipers still undefeated on the season. They'd win this one 28-0. At number 4, we head to the 4-on-4 Beach Volleyball League A-Division Finals. Peripheral versus the Mustache Ride. Only Thompson burying the soul of the young man in the blue shirt. What a spike. They would win 2 weeks in a row. At number 3, under 12 row hockey, PWC Morant, Cam Huriak doing Cam-type stuff, scoring goals. Look at that stick handling. Gets the friendly bounce. Morant would win that one 10-5. Good start to the season for Cam. At number 2, more Wolves, or more flag football. Wolves Hellcats quarterback Jordan Stubblefield rolls right, finds Dave, don't call me Douglas Hankus, Taylor, he makes a move, finds daylight, touchdown Wolves. They'd win 21-7. And at number 1, we go back to roller hockey. Morant, PWC, Morant on the attack. PWC, goalie Connor Finch, incredible save. Some would call it the save of the year. Incredible goaltending. Isn't sports great, guys? Those are your top 5 plays of the week. And Joe's got your top 1 weather report coming at you. Stick around.
Ever wondered what smart health insurance feels like?
Premier Health's 24/7 worldwide health insurance does most of the thinking for you.
1,500 CGI health claims are settled daily.
55% of claims settled automatically.
You can access your health plan almost anywhere, anytime.
And have smart wellness with online data tracking.
And more provider choices for you and the people who matter most.
Premier Health is smart health insurance, and it feels good.
Brit-K, where people come first.
Some say the time of miracles is past, but we see miracles all around us, every day. Some could not walk. Some could not breathe. Some had lost all hope. But something amazing happened. Something that can't be analyzed or quantified. Something that is more than good medicine. Holy Cross.
Have you had your Tortuga moment today?
Come by Tortuga Fine Wine and Spirits for all your liquor needs. And taste the world-famous Tortuga rum and rum cake. Always delicious and baked fresh daily in the captivating Cayman Islands. With ongoing renovations at the airport, we invite you to shop our stores and buy before you fly. Relive the Cayman Islands in every bite.
Whether you want to get going in a new car, to relax at home while you pay bills on your mobile banking app, to get the best rewards with your credit card, or to get a sure start on your little one's future. Whether you want a quick response on your loan, or just a range of services that keep your business running smoothly, you want banking that fits your life. CIBC First Caribbean. Banking that fits your life.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. Yep, that's a jellyfish there out on the west wall today. Doing a little scuba diving, found me a jellyfish, and yeah, it is just chilling out over there. Back in the studio right here, we are trying our best in the studio. I was going to see if maybe the folks in the studio, in the control room, could help get the National Weather Service radar up because we are having a little issue with our machine here. But I'll do this old school, guys. You know what? No fear. Joe Avery's here, and he's going to do a little bit of old school weather report right now because it is the weekend. The key things to remember are that we have some weather coming up here. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of tonight. So tonight's Friday, right? So I'm going to go ahead and tell you about that. 30% chance of showers tonight on your Friday. We're going to go into tomorrow with a 40% chance of showers right here. Let's see if I've got the graphics right here. All right, well, we'll try something different there. Anyway, we've got a 40% chance of showers for Saturday. Sunday, 30% chance of showers, a little thunder. We did have some storms in the area. A big storm cell kind of through Cayman Bay about 10 minutes before the news started. Seems like it's drying up out there, but we do have some scattered showers around tonight. I'm just going to go ahead and toss it to my friends Kafara and Kevin at the desk there, and we'll try to get you a proper weather forecast a little later in the show. Thanks, guys.
All right, we apologize for those technical errors, but again, we're going to punch that up. We're going to make sure that we can get you those proper graphics and let you know what kind of weather you can expect over the next 2 and 3 days. Shifting gears now, addicts in recovery can find it a challenge to reintegrate into the community. But one Northside facility is offering them a new lifeline. Cayman 27's Caroline James reports.
Beacon Farms, a beacon of hope. Recovery after reaching rock bottom has been a long and difficult journey for Jack McLean and Emma Powell.
I used drugs to cover up my feelings. I used drugs because I really didn't know how to deal with life on life terms. You know, life on life terms sucked for me. And today is different, however, you know, today.
They're now proud to have been clean and sober for 11 years between them.
For people that knew me while I was in my addiction and see me today and know where I am today, I'm a success story. I say that for myself. I am very proud. My family is very proud of me.
Both of them now work at Beacon Farms, helping others to turn their lives around too. Emma is also training to be an accountant, and Jack sits on the farm's board of directors.